Hey there, what's going on? It is Tim here, your career healer, and we're going to talk about all things trauma today. And particularly, we're going to talk about how to deal with trauma after a divorce and going back to work, or you may be continuing to work while you're dealing with your personal relationship. And, I'm here to tell you, being someone who is divorced and, a leader, it's hard when you are going through a divorce and you're trying to let everybody know that you're okay when you're really not okay. So we're going to work through that today. All right. And if you haven't already, do me a solid, like and subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy content that deals with your career success, deals with overcoming trauma and workplace stress, this is what this channel is all about. All right. Really appreciate that. So let's get into it. So I think, for us as successful professionals, and the way I define successful professionals are individuals who have accumulated individual success. That may be earning six figures, being the first to graduate college and earn a degree or two, or also that may even mean being someone who has first generation success. This may be your first, you're the first in your family to accumulate different levels of success. So I define that as a successful person, a successful professional. All right. And of course, there's other things that go around that as well. But if you are dealing with divorce or have dealt with divorce and you're still not fully over it, that's a sign that you are still dealing with the effects, the trauma of a divorce. And this can show up in very faint ways. You can find yourself upset at coworkers or upset at your boss who may show the same tendencies as your former spouse or partner who may have been a narcissist, for example. If you are a successful person, and let's say you've dealt with a narcissist, someone who has no empathy and who wants control, and you run into a boss who have similar tendencies, everything that boss is going to do is going to trigger you. It's going to trigger a response out of you. And when you are consistently dealing with different triggers that, your boss may be giving you, or your coworkers, let's get even deeper. You may go home and you may have a new partner, or you may have remarried, and you're still getting triggered by things that used to affect you in your past. That means that, guess what? You have some unresolved issues that you have to deal with and you have to work through. All right. So let's get some solutions in here. All right. So number one, the first thing you really need to do is realize that you do have some unresolved issues and trauma you have to deal with. That's the first step. When you understand that, okay, there are some things that I need to work through so I can heal properly, that's a big step to gaining freedom, a very big step to gaining a lot of freedom. And then number two is that you want to really evaluate yourself to see if you are in alignment with yourself. Okay. And I'm the first to tell you, if you are still dealing with a lot of trauma, you got a lot of negative energy, you don't really want to interact with people, not because you are an introvert, but because you don't like people because of how they make you feel. Those are signs that, okay, I may be out of alignment a little bit and I need to get in alignment with myself. And, one of the signs that you are out of alignment is that you may overwork. You may overwork yourself. You may take work home with you. And when your kids or your spouse or your friends or your family trying to engage you, you are totally disconnected, and you find a sense of peace and belonging while you're just working. Okay. And I'm here to tell you that's not healthy, because when you are a professional, no matter how successful you are, and look, I'm somebody who works just about every day of the week. And, I make 40 hours of a work week look like part-time work because I work so much, right? But I make sure that I spend quality time with my family. I make sure that I spend quality time with my partner. And I make sure I spend quality time with myself. When you're able to manage both your professional life and your personal life, that's a sign that you're doing good. But if you're not able to manage one aspect of your life, that's a sign that, okay, you may be overcompensating in your life and you're out of alignment. All right. And here's number 3. And this a biggie for me, is that you don't have no support. You're trying to do it all on your own. And this was my problem. This is why it's important to me. This was my problem. I achieved a lot of success, and my mom, my dad, they was proud. My whole family was proud that I was the first one to graduate college. Not only graduate college, but, I was the first to land a corporate America job. I was the first one to land a white collar job, and everybody was so proud of me, right? But guess what? I was dealing with a lot of workplace stress and anxiety, dealing with my boss. I couldn't sleep at night. I was dealing with so much sleeplessness, and, to the point where, I dealt with a lot of panic attacks and anxiety attacks, just because, again, I'm trying to deal with all of these things by myself. I was a guy who always enjoyed working out. I still enjoy working out. But at that time, I had no desire to, really push myself or exercise. So what I do, I went home, I ate, sat in front of the TV, and I gained a lot of weight. That's what I did. I sat home, ate, and then guess what? I gained 50 pounds just sitting on the couch, doing unhealthy stuff. And what I'm trying to do is deal with my anxiety, deal with my stress. And I didn't even know it at the time. You know why? Because I didn't have support. That was my way of trying to deal with it on my own. I didn't have no support. So what I would recommend that you do, and this is something that I would have done if I could go back to those times, is I would have gotten professional help. I would have, talked to a former manager or colleague that I had a good relationship with. Would have got a coach, and I would have had them really help me manage my day to day. And the reason why I say this is because guess what? I do that now. I got people who I talk to help me manage my day to day as a career coach. As a coach now, I got coaches who are helping me. I have people in my corner who are helping me identify certain blind spots. Because if you don't, and this kind of segue into point number 4, is if you don't have people who can help you kind of manage your stress, manage your anxiety, help you manage your time, you can find yourself slipping back into, positions that you don't want to be in as a professional, especially us who are successful professionals, who are, we're business leaders. We are mid-level managers. We are directors. We are hard-working professionals. You may be an entrepreneur, but you're tired, you're burned out, and you still are dealing with things that happened to you 5, 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And it's time to get freedom. It's time to overcome that fear, and it's time to get freedom. And if you got value out of this video, I want you to do me a solid. I want you to, number 1, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. But also, if you resonate with what I'm saying in this video, do me a solid. Go down to the description box if you're interested in just talking to me. I do free consults. That's something I do because people like you mean so much to me, because I remember when I was not in a good place and I didn't have nobody to talk to. And so I'm here to offer my time to you so we can help you get unstuck, come up with a really fast, comprehensive strategy to get you unstuck. And I'm a no BS person. So, and if you want to work with me, Father, we'll talk more about how we can work together in a longer term to get you unstuck. But the first thing you need to do is to, again, accept that, okay, I got trauma. I need some healing in some areas. That's going to be huge for you, okay? Number two, assess to see, okay, what areas of my life am I out of alignment with? All right, that's super important. Number three, you want to get the support that you need. And that's the invitation I got for you. You want to get the support that you need. And then number four, have that person in your corner who can help you stay unstuck, stay free, that has your back and has your best interest in mind. And that's what it's all about. All right, I hope you got value out of this video. Till next time, be great.